Hieronymus Bosch, the visionary painter who unleashed fantastical worlds on canvas. Hieronymus Bosch, a name synonymous with surrealism before the term even existed, stands as one of the most enigmatic figures in the history of art. Born as Jheronimus van Aken around 1450 in the bustling market town of s-Hertogenbosch in the Duchy of Brabant, present-day Netherlands, Bosch was a painter who defied the conventions of his time. His fantastical and often macabre depictions of the human condition have left an indelible mark on art history, inspiring countless generations with their vivid detail and wild imagination. The formative years, a family of artists and early inspirations. Bosch was born into a family deeply rooted in the art world. His father, Anthonius van Aken, was an accomplished painter, as were his grandfather and uncles. Growing up surrounded by sketches, pigments, and the hum of creative conversation, Bosch was destined to pick up the brush. The family home served as both a workshop and a gallery, where the young Jheronimus absorbed the intricacies of painting techniques from an early age. The late Middle Ages were a time of turbulence and transformation. Europe was recovering from the Black Death, grappling with religious fervor, and anticipating the dawn of the Renaissance. Bosch's early years were marked by exposure to religious processions, morality plays, and local festivals in his hometown, all of which would later influence his imaginative compositions. His early works, however, remain largely undocumented, with his first known piece emerging in the 1470s. The Rise to Fame, Unleashing the Power of the Imagination. By the time he married Elite Goyaerts van den Meerven in 1481, Bosch had already established himself as a prominent figure in the local art scene. Elite came from a wealthy family, which provided Bosch with financial stability and the freedom to pursue his artistic vision. The couple lived comfortably, allowing Bosch to experiment with unconventional themes that were far removed from the staid religious art of the time. Bosch was a master of symbolism, often embedding his canvases with bizarre creatures, hybrid animals, and surreal landscapes that challenged the viewer's perception of reality. His art was a reaction to the societal changes of his era, incorporating elements of folklore, biblical allegories, and the grotesque. It was this unique blend of fantasy and realism that caught the attention of patrons beyond his hometown. By the 1490s, Bosch's reputation had spread throughout the Netherlands, securing commissions from wealthy patrons, including Philip the Fair, the Duke of Burgundy. A glimpse into Bosch's life, the man behind the masterpieces. Despite his growing fame, Bosch remained a man of mystery. There are few records detailing his daily life, which has led to much speculation about his habits and routines. However, accounts from those who knew him suggest he was a man of both discipline and eccentricity. Bosch was known to rise early, taking advantage of the quiet morning hours to work on his canvases. He would often paint for long stretches, losing himself in the intricate details of his surreal visions. Bosch's studio, located in the heart of s-Hertogenbosch, was filled with an array of oddities, dried herbs, strange fossils, and peculiar trinkets that served as inspiration for his otherworldly scenes. He was known to keep a sketchbook filled with drawings of bizarre creatures and strange landscapes, which he would later transform into elaborate paintings. His fascination with the supernatural and the grotesque was reflected not only in his art but also in his hobbies. Bosch was an avid collector of curiosities and enjoyed engaging in philosophical discussions with scholars and theologians, exploring the concepts of sin, redemption, and the human psyche. The artistic triumphs, from The Garden of Earthly Delights to The Last Judgment. Hieronymus Bosch's works are a visual feast, each painting a kaleidoscope of imagery that invites endless interpretation. Perhaps his most famous piece, The Garden of Earthly Delights, created between 1490 and 1510, is a triptych that has fascinated art lovers and scholars for centuries. This sprawling canvas depicts three distinct scenes: the Garden of Eden, a world of earthly pleasures, and the torments of hell. The painting is a commentary on human morality, blending whimsy and horror in a way that was revolutionary for its time. Another iconic work is The Temptation of Saint Anthony, which explores the saint's struggle against the temptations of the flesh. Bosch's portrayal of demonic creatures and surreal landscapes pushes the boundaries of the imagination, using vivid colors and intricate details to bring his nightmarish visions to life. His ability to balance the grotesque with the beautiful was a testament to his unparalleled talent, allowing viewers to experience a sense of awe and discomfort simultaneously. The Last Judgment is yet another masterpiece that showcases Bosch's unique perspective on human nature. This triptych delves into the themes of sin and salvation, presenting a chaotic vision of humanity's fate. The panel is filled with scenes of apocalyptic chaos, where sinners are punished in a vividly imagined hell, while the righteous ascend to a serene heaven. Bosch's vivid portrayal of the afterlife serves as both a warning and a reflection of the fears that permeated the medieval psyche. Unraveling the mystery, the hidden messages in Bosch's art. Bosch's art was not merely for aesthetic pleasure, it was a mirror reflecting the anxieties, hopes, and beliefs of his time. His works are laden with symbolism, much of which remains open to interpretation. Scholars have spent centuries attempting to decode the hidden meanings behind his bizarre imagery. For example, the strange creatures in The Garden of Earthly Delights may represent the 7 deadly sins, while the hollow figures and cracked eggshells symbolize the fragility of human existence. One of the most intriguing theories is that Bosch's paintings were visual sermons, intended to educate and warn viewers about the consequences of a sinful life. His detailed depictions of hell, complete with monstrous figures and gruesome punishments, were meant to evoke fear and encourage piety among his audience. Others argue that Bosch's art was influenced by the growing interest in alchemy and mysticism during the late Middle Ages, suggesting that his paintings contain hidden references to esoteric knowledge. The legacy of Hieronymus Bosch, a timeless influence on art. Bosch's influence extends far beyond his own time, shaping the development of surrealism and inspiring countless artists, from Peter Bruegel the Elder to Salvador Dali. His ability to tap into the subconscious and present a dreamlike world that blends the real with the fantastical set a precedent for modern art. Bosch's unique vision, characterized by its intricate detail, complex symbolism, and imaginative themes, continues to captivate and challenge viewers even 5 centuries after his death. Hieronymus Bosch died in August 1516, leaving behind a body of work that continues to provoke, puzzle, and inspire. He was buried in the Church of St. John in s-Hertogenbosch, where his presence is still felt in the town that shaped him. Today, Bosch's works are celebrated in museums around the world, including the Prado Museum in Madrid, which houses The Garden of Earthly Delights, and the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna. Fascinating facts and lesser-known stories. Bosch's life, much like his art, is shrouded in mystery, but there are some fascinating anecdotes that offer a glimpse into his world. One popular story suggests that Bosch was a member of the Brotherhood of Our Lady, a religious confraternity dedicated to the Virgin Mary. This secretive group was known for its elaborate rituals and ceremonies, which may have influenced the mystical and symbolic elements in Bosch's art. Another curious fact is that Bosch was ahead of his time in terms of marketing his art. He would often travel to fairs and markets to sell his paintings, using these gatherings as an opportunity to showcase his work to a wider audience. This not only helped him gain fame but also allowed him to maintain a degree of independence from the church and wealthy patrons, who typically controlled the art market. In the end, Hieronymus Bosch remains an enigma, a painter whose works defy easy categorization. His art continues to be a source of fascination, drawing viewers into a world where the line between the real and the surreal blurs, leaving us to ponder the mysteries of the human soul.